Yo guys, it's your homie Xenopain, and I would like to welcome y'all to a closed beta Blessed Unleashed video. And in today's video, I will be giving my thoughts on the closed beta of the game. Now you're all probably wondering why I am not showing any footage of the closed beta in this video. There is a very good reason for that, and that is the developer does not want us to make footage of the closed beta because that's exactly what it is. It's a closed beta. And the gameplay and optimization does not reflect the final product. So I hope everyone respects their wishes, but other than that, we received one server for the beta and 5 classes. These 5 classes consisted of the Crusader, which is your tank type class, the Ranger, which is your arrow user, a Mage, which is your magic user, Berserker, which is your big axe dude or chick, and a Priest, which is your healer and buffer. The Crusader had the option to be a human or Ippin, but Ippin was not a playable race for the Crusader, and you could play as a female or male human for the Crusader class. The Ranger had the option of Elf only, and you were able to select male or female, but the male option was not pickable during the closed beta. The Berserker had the option of Varg, which is a wolf-like humanoid race, and you are able to pick from male and female for the Varg only. Mage gave the option to play as a human or elf race in male and female genders, but male for the elf was not playable in the closed beta. And lastly, Priest had the option to play as a male or female human and only a male Ippin. And Ippin is probably the equivalent to a Lalafell from Final Fantasy XIV in my opinion, so if you guys want to Google what a Lalafell is, I recommend doing so, just because that's just my opinion. Now I have to say that out of all the classes, the Crusader probably felt the most underwhelming in the sense that it is a tank class with a shield, but at the same time the game rids the use of tanks. However, the shield block mechanic that is unique to the Crusader felt very unreliable to the point where it was, what's the point of having a shield when the dodge was so much better? I found myself dodging more so than using the shield. All the other classes, on the other hand, felt really good and powerful, as most of them were DPS type classes, and in my opinion, I believe that the Priest seems like a staple for any group dungeon and or activity and endgame dungeons when the game fully releases, as they give amazing buffs on top of other things. So all in all the classes felt amazing except for the Crusader. And when I got into the game, it greets you with a nice max level 40 tutorial, giving you a lot of time to sit there and learn the basics such as jumping and your attacks and blessing skills, which is your special abilities for those types of classes. The gameplay, I would have to compare it to Dark Souls 1. Now I hope it turns into Dark Souls 3 and the fighting becomes more fluent and faster, because it was kind of clunky, but it is a closed beta, but I still enjoyed it. But I believe the devs at Blessed Unleashed knew what they were doing when releasing the closed beta. They have stated it's for stress testing and bugs and stability, but I believe there's another reason, and that reason was the demand of people wanting to try their game. So knowing that, I believe they knew the product for the closed beta, what they were putting out, and this does not reflect the final product whatsoever, and I believe that they're going to uphold their promises and all that good stuff. So all your guys' negative judgment should probably be withheld for right now and just wait for the final game. I, on the other hand, really enjoyed the game. This is right up the alley for those players who want to play a PvE heavy type game, while also at a later date we'll introduce PvP. I cannot confirm whether or not PvP will be available at the final release and or after the release of the game. But the UI is also simple to navigate. The icons for items need work and refinement, better pictures and stuff like that, but it was really easy to apply skill points to new blessings during my time with the beta. Now, the beta is still going on until the 29th, guys, so if you guys have not become an Xbox Insider yet, I highly recommend doing so to see how this game feels and download it. Emotes, which is also part of the UI, fast hotkeys. Emotes were easy to use, and the in-game chat menu was also easy to navigate and use, but I was the only one using it basically because not very many other players used it, which kind of sucked, but yeah, the chat's easy to use. And using items and hotkeying items for combat felt really comfortable and did not feel burdensome whatsoever. An overabundance of quests is always a good thing too. Like, it just gives you a bunch of quests everywhere and they give you EXP. I like that because there's a couple games where you don't get an experience or a good item, but yeah, most of the quests that are given to you, at least in the closed beta, gave you massive amounts of experience. The game also has cooking, alchemy, blacksmithing, gathering, amongst other things. And all that felt simple, but was also rewarding at the same time. Field bosses too feel amazing. Battling these behemoths with friends or other randoms felt unique to Bless Unleashed. And when you finally killed a field boss, it actually felt good. Like, it didn't feel like it was a waste of time or anything. You know, you get some pretty decent drops from field bosses, and I gotta say, it's pretty good, especially with their revive system. But the revive system is kind of unique in a way, and the reason why I like it is because you guys can revive in multiple ways. You can either revive to a pyre, which is the campfire equivalent to Dark Souls, while also being able to cook and recover health by sitting by a pyre. You can also use a resource called Starseed Recovery, which will recover your health at full when used, and you can exchange gold in game for this currency. Or you can use Tome of Resurrection, which will revive you on the spot. And also a neat mechanic that Bless Unleashed brought to the MMO is if you guys go down and you're given enough time to basically limp, practically dying, and get to like the nearest person next to you, because they can res you, like not res you, but they could heal you by putting their hand over you regardless of class. And I think that mechanic's pretty cool. So, you know, it's basically like going down in Gears of War, it feels like, you know, and then you crawling to a teammate so that way they can revive you. Or, you know, maybe a Battlefield type feel too, you know, when you're crawling and then they heal you. It's pretty amazing. I like it. So you guys are not using all your resources when you guys die, because the bosses are pretty hard and they hit pretty hard as well. What else? Yeah, so to conclude the overview for the closed beta of Bless Unleashed, they need better optimization for both regular Xbox and Xbox One X owners. Buff the Crusader. Please buff the Crusader. I like the Crusader, but I want my shield to block things, and I want it to feel like it's a shield. I want it to do things. Please. Please do it. A flawless lock-on feature would be helpful, especially for those using a long-range class, and make the fight more fluent and faster. Like all the fights, it just needs to be sped up and more fluent and all that good stuff. Other than that, if this game comes out with a Founders Pack, I will more than likely buy the most expensive one they have to offer, because this game is amazing. And just the whole Dark Souls feel, you know, without the difficulty for an MMO, just feels great. So, also, now that I've played both Bless Unleashed and Bless Online, I can honestly say that they are in no way, shape, or form the same. So all you Bless Online haters who are like, oh, you know, NeoWiz and Round 8 Studios, they suck. They promised us a bunch of things and then they couldn't keep their promise. I believe that the developers at Bless Unleashed, and with the help of Bandai Namco and with this closed beta, showed us they're going to keep those promises, and this game is going to be off the hook. And I say that this video was not sponsored whatsoever, so these are my true honest feelings about this game. And yeah, I'm just really super looking forward to the final product. But other than that, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. And for those of you who are new here and are looking for more Bless Unleashed content in the future, along with Black Desert, amongst other gaming content, do not forget to subscribe. Your homie Xenopain out. Peace.